Well, hello and good day, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Welcome to the Mapness stream. My name is Till. I am the one of the founders of DungeonFog, and I am spending my evening tonight to build a map. Hi Guacamole, hi Sammy. Yeah, behind me is my dog snoring. So don't worry if you hear weird noises. That's my dog. Um, right. So, um, We have. Oh, right. By the way, before I go into it, if you're having questions, if you want me to show features, functionalities, something like that, type question in front of whatever you're typing in the chat so I can see it. I will do my best to catch it and to answer your question or show what you are requesting me to show. Um, right. In the last week. Jesus, time's flying. So we just recently started a collaboration with Orkenspalter TV, a German channel that's some of you, especially if you are from Germany or speaking German, might know, with Myri Stritter. We have been doing the Worlds and How to Use Them series last year, and this year we're going to expand on that, and we're building our own German adventure. And for that, we have spent our first streaming session on, I believe it was February the 11th. So technically, yes, last week, to kind of line out the starting place and the general setting that this adventure will take place in. And today I said I would like to sit down and build the small town of Manaka. That is going to be one of the first locations that the players will visit. This is the starting location of the adventure. And I said, well, okay, I've mainly done battle maps in DungeonFog. So today I will do my best to create a little towns map with DungeonFog that is the town of Manaka, where the party basically arrives because they are Mapness. Yeah, hi forecaster. They arrive at that town that is at the borders to a different country, to a very weird country, a country full of undead elves. And it's it's the last spot of civilization. It's a little bit sleepy and forgotten. And there is one watchtower that the party, as part of the guardsmen's guild that they are traveling there, they have to take over that watchtower. So they have to they are stationed there, and there is where things are starting to happen in the adventure. And hi Polar, welcome. And yes, so we said we would like to have a little map of that town, probably with a nice town square there and the general locations, the most important ones. Now that we have labels to add in DungeonFog, this is going to be fun because we can label the map. And yeah, and also I feel like it's going to be an interesting experience for me because, again, I've seen some quite intriguing, nicely done city maps or village maps in DungeonFog, but I've never done one myself. So I will do my best, and hopefully you will assist me, and together we will create the town Manaka. So let's jump right in. Right. Let's go in. No, wait, that's the wrong screen. Here, I need to click here. Oh, forecaster, you feel like this is impossible and it can't be done? Maybe, we will see. Okay, so I didn't, because it's the first time and I want this to be a mutual experience for all of us, I didn't start too far in. So all I did for now was I prepped scale to fit. I basically prepped the general location, so we know that this is technically this is new Manaka, because old Manaka was destroyed through a flooding, which indicates that there is a river somewhere that sometimes can, how do you say, go overboard? No, that is basically becoming a destruction force and destroys places. So we know that there is a river, there should be a river somewhere, and also the river kind of divides the town into two areas, like the inner town and the outer town. It overflows. Thank you, forecaster. Yeah, probably. Or maybe they don't learn. Well, who knows? We will see. So what I did was I at least created that kind of terrain to get a little bit of an understanding of the proportions. And again, just to learn of the proportions, I just created a few things just to see how they kind of align. So this is from our community prop pack, the people prop pack, that is somewhere here, people. I took one of those assets and placed it down and scaled it, and then I said, okay, so if that is a person and my squares are, my grid is 5 feet, how big should the buildings be in relation? And then I just tried to learn my ways around the relations here. I also did a bridge, because if you want to get across that river, you apparently need to have a bridge. And let's just look at how I did those things in the first place. So this here is a shape. So I used the shape tool, and let me just finish shape. Let me just start over. So just for showcasing what I did, I just created a shape, selected it, and then made the outline and the outer shadow. Nope, this should be an inner shadow because it should have this little riverbank feeling. And then I have also, but we will see that in a second, activated the jitter option to make the riverbanks a little bit more natural. Right, so once I have that, and again, however I would like it, I can scale it, I can rotate it, I can go into the edit mode, and then I can just start adding, and there you go. That's basically all I did to create that river. And we're going to refine it with textures and assets later down the road. So let's get rid of that. Here you see I need to scroll in once more, 100%. Here you see that it has those little wibbly wobbly river banks, and I'm still not 100% convinced that this should be my setting. So if I turn that off, wait, did I turn it off? I should have turned it off. Yeah, well, okay. So let's turn it back on. I can increase the size of the jitter and the density. Woo, Jesus. And again, I feel like I don't want to make it too obvious. Yeah, I don't want a spiky river. It should have a little bit of this, but not too much. So probably this is fine. Let's go with that. All right. So all I need to do now is basically I need to create the general pathways. Probably I will start with the buildings first. I will place down the buildings and then I will connect them with pathways. So the first thing I will do is I will put my bridge over the water. And I don't want it to be like that, so I'm pressing R to enter a rotation here, and let's say 30 degrees. That looks nice. Now we have one problem here. Rotating the room does not automatically rotate the texture as well, so I will have to go in and rotate my textures by 30 degrees as well, but I feel like, let me zoom in, scale to fit, oh no, wrong direction. Let's go to 150%. That did not work. Yeah, I had to counter rotate, minus 30. Okay. And let's just with shift key ignore snap to grid. Let's just align it here. Okay. So I have my bridge here. And now I will start. Let's start with the lower part for now. Let's start with here. So we know that the party is going to arrive somewhere from here. So this is from the south, and in the north we have this we have a giant mountain range, a forest, and behind that then the elven the undead elven area. Chris Hausnick asks, so your bridge is a room instead of a prop? Correct. Yes, I did that as a room. I can't really say why. Probably, yeah, I feel like because it was the easiest way to draw the room, because then I have already the railways, and all I needed to do was I need to hide those two walls, and then I'm almost set. So I have this feeling of the rails, the railing, and the stone bridge. That's probably why I did it as a room. So let's see what houses do we have, because we know that yes. So let's go back in there. So those little battlements that you can see here, if I can ever select them, those little battlements are props, and if you make sure that you place the prop inside the room, it is part of the room. So when you then start to move the room, the props that are associated to that room move along. Okay, plot-wise, we know that the party's arriving from here, and we know that Filma, one of the NPCs, has a house that is kind of welcoming the people. So we want to have Filma's house here, and then just make a little bit of an impression of Old Town that is here. So, no, we don't need that right now. Wilderness, no. Vikings, maybe later. What we need is, where is it? There you go. We have a full set of rooftops, and I will just hunt the rooftops there and use them. I would like Thilma's house to be, let's see, how's that one? It should be a little bit bigger so that the PCs can enter the house. Yeah, let's use that one. So that the PCs can enter the house and can interact inside. I'm not building the interior of the buildings today. I will spend my time decorating the map, And then I will most likely, if we want to have specific battle maps for each building, I will create a dedicated battle map for that instead of trying to do this on the same map. Okay, so we have that one, and let's start making this a little bit more fancy. I feel like maybe it could have a little tower here, and hi Varanasi, welcome. Exactly, forecaster. So the big advantage of Deus will be that you can simply select an object like a house or house group or whatever you do and link it to a specific map, which then automatically connects those two things. And maybe we could... What's that? No, we don't need that one. Corner shingles. Nope, I don't need you. It's getting too much. So what I would like to do is I would like to add a big, probably here, chimney. Okay, let me just double check. This is above walls, that's actually unnecessary, so we can turn it off for all of those things. Because there are currently no walls, and so I did that with that building. I'm not sure if I like it, but when I duplicate that and make it just blank dark, I could basically, if I'm sorting properly, make a little drop shadow of that building that looks more like an elevated building. Yeah, I think I like it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is, so this is going to be Thelma's house, and we're going to add all those things in here because we might want to content. We might need to duplicate that and reuse it later. Okie doke. And let's do a little barn here. Let's do a small house and the barn. I think that would make quite a nice barn. And let's see, probably we can make this a little bit more like that. And I'm thinking of creating something like a porch, like that. but I don't like it. No, undo. I didn't want that to be moved. That's better. Okay. And same thing. Should have done that in the first place. And I should remember these settings for my shadow. It's... let's make it 40. Okay. And let's do the same thing. We would like to use that. That is a barn. Okay, great. We're going to create the buildings first, and then we're going to start and add some more details and flavor. So, for example, some haystacks and a cart would be nice next to the barn, but we're going to do that later. Now let's do a thatched roof would be nice. Thatched roof long. How about you? No, medium. And let's add something like that here. Okay. And let's give this a little, nope, other direction. Let's give this a little breathing space. Okay. And maybe we will just, that's a very small, that's better. We make one, oop, come here. Here too. Oh, and there we go again. That's why, let's delete that. Should have done that in the first place. And we said 40. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing for this one. So eventually it's going. We will gain more speed the more of those buildings we have already created, because then we can just duplicate stuff. Black and 40. And let's put this beneath, and then let's make thatched round. And let's do another one, and that is thatched medium. Okie doke. And now we can duplicate. Oops, sorry. Now we can duplicate that. and place it here. So this is going to be our town's entrance. I probably want to give those a chimney as well. Okay. Oh, and we should not forget to put that into our groups. Okay, coming into town now, it's getting a little bit more opulent. My lady, can you please move a little bit? So we're going to... Did I group you? No, I did not. So let's work with that one a little more. Let me see if I can do... Oh, it's set above walls. Yeah, why not? Let's do something like that. Wait. Bum, bum, bum. Shingle square. So this is going to be... This is not going to be square, but this is shingles. How do we call that? Court, inner court. Okay. So let's sort things later. Let's now just get all the components. Okay. And let's at least try to get those things aligned. So, shingles inner court, let's move you all into that group and then start sorting. So I know the medium ones all need to be at the bottom. And I believe you are the shadow. So with 1, 2, 3, 4, that looks good. But now we need to make all of them shadowy. And now we might be facing our first little obstacle here. Because they're multiplying. Yeah, I will deal with that later. For now, I will fake it a little bit. And I will just make that one a little bit bigger. I think I should use this one. Yeah. It's not amazing. I will work on a better strategy. Probably I should use just shapes. I think I should just use shapes. Okay. Before I will go on with trying to duplicate those shadows, I will ignore my shadows for now. No, I will not. I will instantly try my shape strategy. And for that I will... I should have... Let's rotate you back to normal. That will also help me with aligning things. Because as we can see, now this is aligned, and now... I feel like that looks good. Okay, so the reason I rotated that back is just because it is a lot easier to do the shapes first in without any angles and then rotate everything back. So what I'm now going to do is I will create a new shape and I will just use my color black for it. There you go. And now I will snap to grid active. That will help me too. Shapety shape here. And oh, go back to which size was it? This one. Okay. This looks weird, but I feel like I did it right. Let's see. Oh no, my mistake. Ah, damn it. I didn't edit my shape, so I've created a bunch of shapes instead of one. I should have gone into the edit mode. And now this is becoming one shape. Okay. Shadow. Let's put that in here at the bottom and make it 40. Wait, what? You don't need an outline and you don't need an outer shadow. No. One more time. No snap to grid. Let's do it this time. As precise as possible. Oh, and edit. Okay. So, in there, down there, no outline, no shadow, and 40%. Now we're not seeing it anymore, which is actually alright, because now... Hi, Michael. Perfect. There you go. Okay, and I've learned something. All right, now we can rotate that back to its original position. And we can start. Yeah, it does. It does. Again, sometimes you just have to play around a little bit until you're satisfied. So we are going to... No, wait, flavor. I didn't want to close you. Let's do... Corner shingles. Can I do something with you? No, I can't. Let's put a big chimney here. Something like that. Well, that's very big. Also, there's another one that I really like that I would like to use for the bigger buildings, and I believe... Yes, it's that one. Here. And so apparently this is the master's room because it has, or no, apparently there should be the kitchen then. And every other building, do we want to put it here? No, we don't. Also has some chimneys. And since we are perfectionists, we will align them in a way that they fit the general light. Okay. Okay. I have to add them in case we're using that building. And what else can we put there? Damaged roof? No, that one has no damaged roof. Oh, my towers are all broken. Okay. Okay, that one should be aligned. That looks good. And I believe that one looks good too. Okay. On to the next one. So the next one is a merchant store. I think I can get rid of that for now. Now a question. What do you think? In terms of a human being, that should be a little bit bigger, right? The building. That's a very small building. Because if I imagine that she enters, there is one room, probably a second, and that's it. Hallway. I feel like this would need to be that size. Oh. This is not going to be the last time that this happens. Okay. So we said there is going to be a merchant. A merchant. We have to make our map bigger. This is never ever going to be a full town. By the way, let's save that for now. And undo. Let's rotate you a little bit. And let's move you back a little bit. Something like that. I feel like that would be cool. Okay. Merchant. So merchant building is probably something like a 2-story building, which I can't really, like, there's not much I can do to make it look like a 2-story building, but I can work with big assets. And there is, what's my biggest? Let's do something with a stone roof. And it's going to be like this. With a stone porch. Interesting. Okay, and then we're going to do... And before we are rotating things, let's bring back everything into its original rotation. Okay. And we're going to make some wooden stairs leading up here. So first of all, this is going to be merchant. Merchant. Okay. So let's put those in first. And then this one. And I feel like we could make it a little less obvious so we have enough space to show that there is a little... Yeah, there could be a little balcony, probably. Something like a balcony with the sails. Yes, I know what we're going to do. So, with a wooden texture. Wood. Worked wood. Rotten, decorated, scratched wood. Let's go for that one. Let's go back to 100%. And in this case, I need snap to grid because we're going to do this. Let's extend that a little bit. Let's make it a little bit off balance. Go in there and edit. Okay. So there is a little platform. And we're going to, thank you for the follow, and we're going to create stairs, big stairs. So this is a person, which means 2 people can walk those stairs, which is fine. 1. Duplicate, smaller. Let's keep it centered. Duplicate, smaller. That's fine. And okay, I'm going to rename that to platform so I know. Hi, welcome. Oh, the anvil is raiding. Hi. And platform. Okay. So unfortunately, I can't multi-group, so I will have to work around that a little bit. Uh-oh. And it should be below the platform. Right. Okay. Now, you know what would be cool? If we kind of play with that a little bit more. Because, I mean, with that 2 things, we can do something like that. But I don't want that. I want it to be edit. I can't do snap to grid for that. There you go. And feels a little offset. I don't care. Okay. No, I will care. But for now, I will not. So there are stairs up, leading up here, and now we need the same stairs to, I would say not here, but from that side. So we're going to put another piece of stairs here. And we're going to do the same thing here. Okay. Now to make this feel more like a platform, we should at least hint beam. No, it's not a beam. It's I know that it's under pirates. I can't remember what it's called. Mast, pole. What's oh? flavor. Pirates. Reblock. Okay, that's how it's called. And it should be... So either we're recoloring that or we... No, I think we just desaturate that a little bit. Okay. Snap to grid. Ah, that's not working. So we will have to do it by hand. Duplicate. 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 I'm not going to say duplicate every time. Duplicate. My wife and I just started watching Monk again. Not sure if it's also called Monk in English, the old TV series. But in German it is. And with Adrian Monk, the private detective, investigator, problem solver. And it's so much fun. Like, this is... We probably didn't know each other, my wife and myself, when we were watching it as kids or teenagers or students. I can't remember when it was released. So it might be the first time that we're watching it together, but we both... Ugh, there's a spider. Let me just quickly get rid of my guest here. But we're both enjoying it very much. And it only took like 2 episodes until we were like, oh yeah, right, I know that name. Oh yeah, right, I know that episode. Okay, now I don't want this to be... I feel like this shouldn't be on top of the platform. So unfortunately, now I will have to... I will call that polls. Hello, Envilites. Hi, welcome. We are building a city today, or a town. And we're talking about Adrian Monk, because my wife and I just started watching it again. Yeah, man, when you show up, the chat suddenly starts to burst in flames. Mostly because of the burning anvil. Okie doke. Polls, platform. Oh no. Oh no. They're all above walls. Ah. Why didn't you tell me? You're not paying attention. I can't say anything about that. Of course all Envilites are hot. Like, you know Dimmy, right? Okay. Pull. Done. Right, now let's see. It's still not perfectly aligned. You will forgive me. No, you will not, and I will not forgive myself either, so... But we're going to... We can spend the whole evening doing that. To learn map making, not to teach you how to do it, Till. You know, I recently spent quite some time going through the public library, and there were maps in there where I was like, oh wait, how did they do that? So I feel like I have long fallen behind the skill sets that you, or at least many of you, show on DungeonFog. And so today I'm trying to teach myself new tricks by doing a town. This is how far we've got. So if you want to see, it's still in the beginning. It's not going to be a huge town. It has the basics, it has a river, it has a bridge, it has a few buildings, and now we're adding more. IDM stretch. Right, and we're trying to do this at the moment. Or I'm trying to do, and you're laughing. And yeah, every town and every city needs a bridge. I feel like that's a must, at least in fantasy games. It's official. So, I believe we have railings. Yes, we have. Let's see what... No. Oh, no! I could have used that one. Could I? Yeah, I could have. Okay. Doesn't matter. Let's go back in to 150%. And... Okay. Let's desaturate that a little bit, but not too much, not too much. It should stick out, and it's not above walls. Okay, done. This time I've remembered. And okay, I will just for the sake do this. And oh, come on. Okay, make it a little bit smaller. This and this, but yeah, now let's go back to this one. Oh, this is going to be fun. Man, I wish we already had the new paths tool, because then I could just draw this railing as a path. Ooh, I got someone's attention. The paths tool, yes, DM stretch. So one of the rope maps. I think I do think it is on the voting. No, it's not on the voting. It's a succession. It's a follower on what is on the. Let me double check. Sorry, before I'm telling you something wrong. No. This is on the roadmap 2021 poll that we have just that is still going on until I believe next week. 26th. Then we're going to close it. So it's do I have the link somewhere? Probably Forecaster, if you can find the link, post it here. It's where you can vote on the things that we should do next, and you can tell us what we should prioritize. And there is one tool that is the walls and paths tool. And there you go. Thank you very much. And the idea behind that is that you can basically just draw a path, draw a line, draw something that is controllable through points, more or less like a single direction line that you can create with multiple sections. And we will trace that and create a wall with a wall thickness, or probably something like, as we see here, a railing, a fence, you know, wooden, how do you call those things, that the fortification walls made out of chopped wood. So yes, so that is something that it's coming. So you don't have to pick and choose and say, oh, I want this, and then we say, okay, that's what you get. It's basically, it's just telling us the priority of things. We need to understand, or would like to understand, what you think we should do next, instead of us just deciding that this is something that we're doing, and we probably might miss completely what you really want to see next in the tool. And for this would be very helpful, because I could just simply draw my railings here as a path. And we're cheating a little bit. Okay, we're going to hide that one. No, this is not going to work. Okay, we have to deal with that hole in a second. This is looking good. And let's make this one here. It should be, yes. Palisades. Thank you very much. That was the word I was looking for when I said a fortification wall made of chopped wood. Palisades. Okay, so I believe everyone understands what this is. Now we need to add something like, and where was that again? Tent. We had some nice tents in the battlegrounds. In fantasy. Outdoor. No, that's not what I was looking for. Desert. Nope, not. Modern. Outdoor. No. There's something with tent in achievement rewards. Tentacle. Oh, yeah, sure. Sci-fi. Outdoor. Tent. No. World map. What are you? Yes, actually, this is what I was looking for. Let's see how big or... Yeah, that's working. But it has a terrible style. No, I'm not going for those tents. I'm going for... Do not do anything with... Oh, stop. Stop it! Jesus, help me. And we're going for the other one. This one. Because this looks better. So there's going to be one here. And there's going to be a smaller one here. Probably here. And no, 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 no. And let's colorize them differently. There you go. So this is the general store and a little marketplace in front of it, and again we will then start decorating it in more details once we have first of all saved and then finished the map layout. Okie doke. Now I would like to add a building here, and I feel like I feel like we should probably now start to extend the map a little bit, because if we're working with those sizes, my map is just too small. So I'm going to resize, and it's already 50 by 50. So let's see. Let's try 80 by 80. Okay. Which means that we will have to continue our river outwards a little bit. Okay, because that now allows me to add a few more of those buildings. Here along the river, and let's use one of those. Probably here. And something like that. Okay, let's first of all railings. Let's group the railings, because we will have to shift things around, and it should. Is there a way to flip an object like a mirror feature? Sammy asks, and the answer is yes. So you can, if you have a group. So this is a group of several combined objects. I can flip horizontal or vertical. So I could do something like that to break a little bit out of the repetition. If you have a single object, let me just take a single object here. You have the mirror and vertical mirror. So you can always mirror things. The only thing that's missing at the moment is when you duplicate a room, you can't mirror a room at the moment, but this is something that we're going to add later down the road. All right. So let's take that one and make it like that, but now we are going to get rid of this, and now we could do something like that. And yes, that's good. And let's take that one, make it bigger, put it here. So apparently there's going to be one road here, center marketplace, one road, probably going somewhere here. And here we can already plan for that is going to be Let me just place down a prop for that quickly. Here is going to be the guard tower that the players later will inhabit. And I've lost my roofs. Where are they? Rooftops. There you go. And there we have a stone wall tower. What about that one? Broken? No. What about that one? Yes. It shouldn't be broken. So there is going to be the tower. Okay. I feel like we could even bring in more variety by... Oh, I selected the... I should have remembered. Well, minus, let's make it minus 70. And a little less saturated. Minus 60. So this could be minus 70, minus 60, minus 70, 60. Okay. Okay, and let's do a new building, which is going to be this one. I think I can make it work. Okay, let's again do this in a normal rotation, mirror vertical. Nope, yep, vertically is fine as well. I can just rotate it like that. And let's put them together. So there's going to be a building like that, but with let's say there's a little tower sticking out here. And I feel like I just saw this. I was looking for that. It is called Shingled Porch. This one. Up. The other way around. Is it the other way around? 100%. Let's go in. Nope. That's fine. Minus 70, minus 60. Okie doke. And, well, we're going to have to sort them anyways in a second. Why are you not? Oh, I was sorting the tower. My bad. That one should be above. That one should be below. And again, maybe a little less dominant. And now we're going to, because I like them, adding some bay windows. And out of curiosity, how do they look? I think they look better if they extend. Yes. Why are we? We don't know. Probably assuming relic. No. Oh, of course. I was mouse overing and switched. Okay. So, next this is going to come here. I'm not getting the chimney. Which one was it? This one. Okay. Looks good. So, let's make this one the this could be the tavern. And let's put all those into one tavern group. There you go. So, next up we are going to create another one of those shadow things for that. So we're going to pick a color, black, perfect. This one. And this is going to be interesting. Maybe for this I should use okay. That's like you don't need an outer shadow, you don't need an outline, you are a shadow, and you are in the tavern, but at the bottom, and we previously said 40. This is not 40. This is 40, and now we can... Wait, you should be at the bottom. Offset you once more. I feel like you're still not at the bottom, my friend. Oh. Right. My bad. I forgot to add those to my group. There you go. Now we have it. And oh no, the port should be there as well. Here. Okie doke. How long am I streaming? I believe it's 10 p.m. here, so I believe 1.5 hours about. Probably. In 1.5 hours I will call it a day. But I really want to finish the first part of the layout because ideally I will do another 30 minutes of roofs, and then I will start decorating with plants and paths and brushes. One of these days I need to actually start using DungeonFog. Yes. And planning to print 3D buildings at some point. Making map-like structures resembling them will be real nice. Yes. Yes. So I'm really curious to see how this is going, because when we founded, or when we brought Deus to Kickstarter, we had a very interesting company approach us. You might remember Dead House Sonata, because they were interested in converting the rooms as well as city maps and probably region maps, taking them and converting them into 3D models, because technically we have a lot of information that we can pass on, and the rest they wanted to do through procedural generation. So because we are still chasing our timetable and chasing our schedule on Deus, we haven't reached the point where we start to work with Dead House Sonata. But we will see. I know that they also had some problems with their project because of COVID. I really hope that we will get back to this idea and start working on that, because that sounds really interesting. Okay, I will place this here, and that all note this, I will not place this here, because I wanted to try if I can do a watermill. So sorry, this is rented to someone else. You have to be, yeah, that's great. Let's put it here, and a little bit more. So this is going to be the tavern, and then we can have some smaller buildings here. So let's take this once more. Place it here, because here we have this. It looks like the water is already ramping up here. So let me see if I can find clockwork. Yes, look at that. So here we're going to make maybe we should colorize it and get it to look brown. What you're currently seeing, Pixie, is not Deus. This is DungeonFog. If you want to see where we are in Deus, join us next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is our monthly dev update, and there we will showcase the latest state of Deus, and we will also talk about the release date of the next build for you. So if you're so if you're looking for Deus stuff, join us on Tuesday. Here we are building a city map, a towns map in DungeonFog. And again, this is a little bit hacky and a little bit of an experiment because I have never done this before. You're welcome. Okie doke. So let's make this bigger. That's too big. All right. So now we have a little water wheel here, and I'm wondering if the Viking buildings. I'm just trying to get more variety. We already have. No, I don't want a broken one. We already have the shingled ones. We already have the stone ones. We already have the thatched ones and the wooden ones. So I'm wondering if we can. Vikings. Broken. Yes, we can. I feel like this is looking good. We can use a few of those buildings. Okay, so let's put that here. I know I could use shapes to create roofs too. Okay, and now all we need to do is A. We should not abandon our general concept here, which says so this one needs to be below this one. Okay. Small house. Put in. Oh, stop that. Go back. Content. And put in. Okay. Oh, wait. This shadow betrays me here. There you go. Probably, now that I've rotated you, you also should be more like that. Yeah. Welcome to the town with the town's name of Ninic. No, we're not mimics. Okay, you. So, I'm getting rid of you because we can duplicate you in a second. 40. Let's put them in there. And I feel like this is too far off because those are small houses. The shadow should be a little bit closer. Okay. Okay. So we have those. We will probably use them. Up here once more. You've seen, so Forecaster says, I've seen an encounter somewhere where a colony of mimics form a town. Now, did they form a town, which means they became the town, or did they just get together and started living in a happy community of mimics? It was a town where literally everything was a mimic. Now, that really sounds like something my players would enjoy. Yeah, you're hearing my dog snoring in the background. Let me show you my little puppy. There he is. Happily cuddling with his little toy sloth. Yeah. Now we've woken him up. So now he's like, why did you show me on camera? And he's back asleep. So this shadow should be also in this direction. And this shadow should be in this direction. This shadow, yeah, that was all right. And now the whole building can move here. And church. I feel like there should be a church somewhere. Do we still have space for that? How did I create those shadows? Okay, so two things. The one, this shadow is, for example, that's easy to do. This is just another prop that I colored black and then made 40% and moved behind the building. Now for some of the shadows, like this one, it had to be a little bit more complicated. I had to draw a shape. So for this one, I had to draw a shape, and for that one, I had to draw a shape. Because otherwise, it wouldn't have worked. By the way, I wanted to give the tavern I wanted to give the tavern an entrance. The tavern here. All right. I feel like I'm happy with that. That's true. There needs to be a way to set transparency on a group, exactly. Or unify, like, you know, taking several layers, just black, and say merge, creating one new layer out of it, and then have that one at transparency. So there are a few concepts flying around that we are kind of still looking at, keeping in mind that we might want to revisit them, especially when it comes to merging props. Like all those buildings, like if I could select the group and just say, okay, I'm never going to change it, I will just merge the group into one prop, it would be really cool. Oh right, it's medicine time for my dog. I will be back in a second. It's time to go behind my little shrubbery. And I'm back. All right. Nee. Eki, we're done. Okay, let's start with the brushes. Okay, so yeah, you can see me kind of dodging in and out. I will work on this. Okay, so we want to have. We don't want. First of all, we don't need no colorization there. We're not going to do the river now. The river will be done later. Ground, dirt. No, I feel like we should go more into not ground, but nature, grass. Oh, scaling is 500%. That is probably too much. Let's just create one. So the reason I picked this texture, by the way, is, let me just scale it up a little bit, is because I feel like it's a perfect in-between texture. It's perfect if I want to blend into a pathway and if I want to blend into grass. So that's why I've picked this texture as my base texture. And now I feel like I'm going to start with green areas, then I'm going to follow along the river, and then last I'm going to do the walkways. So right now I need to figure out which grass. I don't want to do that. Undo. I wanted to do a brush. Place it here. Okay, that is too desaturated. I don't like that one. Prairie grass is not green enough. Grass. Grass? Grass. Grass? Chocolate. It's lying up there. I can't reach it. Okay. Grass. I do like that one. It's more like tree. I don't like that one. Okay, so which one was it? That one. Noted. That one is also one of my favorites, but I feel like I'm not going to use it today. I'm trying new things. Grass and rocks. No. Textured tiles. Interesting. No. Wild grass. Maybe. Okay, no. Ooh! That one's good. Nobody up. I did it again. 100%. That's what I wanted to. And scale up. How do you look? 400%. Oh. Oh. White grass. Let's try. So that was my winner. 200%. And we're going to place that here. But we're going to make it. There is another grass. I know that there is another grass that I was looking for. White growing? No, no, no. Go back full opacity, please. Green grass. Short grass. White grass. Grass with small stones. Maybe I should zoom in 100%. That will help me a little bit. But all of this is not saturated enough. Natural terrain. Grass. Let's go for that one. But let's make it 100%. Hi. Oh, Orkenspalter is visiting us. Hi. We're just building the map that we're going to see next week on the next Kilonida part. So, I was exactly because now I can desaturate that a little, like make it a little bit opaque just a little bit. And now we can edit and start to add areas to this. So there is going to, okay, we can come in here a little bit. There is going to be the road. So here we can add more grass here. This is probably also part of the green area. Here, let's have it a little bit bleed through the buildings. That's nice. Okay. Okay. Oh, undo. I didn't want that. So we're going to have grass here. Now 50% would be much more appreciated. Okay. And we're going to, so this is where the town ends and the forest begins. So we're going to make a little grass here. And then we're going to, let's do it here as well. And then we're going to mix it. And then we're going to mix it with forest. Don't worry about some of them, because some of them were made above walls, some of them weren't. Whenever you create something, it is always created on top of everything. But we, as you can see here, but we're going to, once we're done with drawing grass, then we will just sort it down. So this is also going to be grass area here. Then we have a little grass here. And probably here. And where else could be grass? Maybe here a little bit. Okay, smaller, because we want to do river banks. So there could be grass. Okay. So this is my grass layer, and I will put it, scroll down, come on, do me the favor. Grass, I will put it, and there you go, at the bottom. So now it's beneath the buildings. We do have the grass there. For the river, I do not know what texture could be for the river. Something muddy, probably. Natural terrain. I'm just trying. Again, I'm just playing around with concepts here. Do we want? Yes, we could make the. That's a nice idea. We could make the rivers, at least at some parts, very densely grown. Now I have to be careful. I will do that in a second attempt, that it's not growing into the river. So we're going to make something like that, and here and here. And now we're going into subtraction mode, and then we will clean this a little bit. Yes. So we will add reeds, we will add water plants, we will make this a beautiful town river where children want to play. Ducks breed. Yep, looking good. So this one again needs to be sorted down. Come on, scroll, my friend. But above the grass, okay. And now let's go for trees. We're not going to duplicate. We're going to tree. Wilderness. Oh. Should we go? No. I don't like it. I want the wasteland. Where are my trees? Oh, it's Lost Civilizations. There it is. So this one, this is the tree I want, but I want it to be randomly rotated and randomly scaled between, no, min is 80 and max is 140. So whenever I place one, it should hit enter. Maybe 200? I feel like that is... I know, it actually works. Oh, and those can be above walls because we want them to actually grow above. There's another big one. Let's put that here. We're going to mix it with other trees in a minute, because that's why I'm setting those above walls. So they either overlap the buildings, but the second layer of trees I'm going to add will then also be below those. Let's put one here. Let's put one here. Save. Okay, and let's go for this one. And this is not above walls. So I can now start to mix them in there. Where did you go? Oh, there you go. Okay. Hi Finn, you're back. Komm auf. Oh. Auf mit dir. Hopp. Alle ab. Hopp. Have a good one. Bye, Varanasi. Come on, Finn. Auf mit dir. Just a sec. Okie dokie. I feel like we're slowly. Let's do one here, and let's do one final one here. No, this is, yeah, okay, this is fine. What about there? No, that's fine. There is still some missing. Okay. Okay, we will deal with that area later. Now we said, I feel like there could be still more variations. Tree trunk, that one's good. Let's make a little tree trunk. Not above walls, perfect. Here and here. Oh, maybe there are. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, stop that. Okay. This could be little bushes. So, this is actually, for me, this is the most relaxing part. This is when you when you have the base understanding of what the map should look like, and then you just start filling in the details. You're just clicking and like, chill here, chill there. And luckily, it's quite fast though. So it's not like, oh my god, I have so many more trees to click. Oh yeah, right. Good point. I should have, and I'm not going to do this now, I should have started to group my trees, because now I have a ton of props on the map. Let's add our first label. So, Tilma, I said, is one NPC. Tilma. Okay, my apologies. This is going to be German because we are going to do this for a German stream. So you're learning German today. Haus, surprise, means house. Is there a browser I recommend most for DungeonFog? So I personally work on Chrome because I have quite a strong PC and I have, I think, 16 gigabyte of RAM, so and a good graphics card, which means that I'm really not having problems with Chrome eating my RAM or with a lot of lighting and resources being drawn from big maps. If you have a good PC, you can work on Chrome. I feel like Chrome is a really good browser for that. We have made the experience that for lower PC setups, Firefox memory management and like resource distribution is a little bit better, though slower. So I would say my prime recommendation would be Chrome, and my second recommendation would be Firefox. Bodhi, hi Bodhi, is our Mac user in the office, and he sometimes tests it on Safari, but I remember that he sometimes is also cursing Safari. Oh, a lurker. So, sorry, we were doing text and I was getting distracted. So this is Tilma's house. And let's place that here now. We will make this a lot more sexy. Font size, let's make 60, probably. It's not a Viking Norse. No, I think we should go for the Chinsel. Nope, we should not. I do not like that one. No, I don't like that one either. So I like all of them, but they're not fitting. Parisienne? No. If you want to vote on fonts, by the way, we are next Tuesday, I believe. We're not closing our font submission channel on Discord, but we're making like we're collecting all the votes until then, and we will then implement those fonts, and then we will kind of make a stop there and say, okay, and now we're collecting new fonts. So if you want to recommend fonts, go to our Discord channel, go to our font submission, go to our Discord server, our font submission channel, and submit your fonts there. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. No, no, no. Celtic Druid. I feel like at the end I will come back to my Viking. Or which was the other one? There was another one. Alchemy? No. Hi, Lordan. Yeah. Let's stay with that one. Okay, but let's make it still a little bit more fancy. Let's make it bigger. Let's make it bordered. And let's make the border size 20. It can go up 40. But not that color. Not that color either. That one. I am looking for something brownish. Okay. Well, so if this one is not above walls, so I could place it something like here and make that tree above walls, and now it would be overlapping the text. So I could, and I want that out. Just this looks weird. Okay. So Tilma is To be honest, I don't know really who Tilme is. All I know is that she is or he is one NPC that is kind of relevant to the city, and Myri will tell us more about Tilme in next week's adventure building. So I just have the info that this NPC exists and that she needs a house, and that's all I have. And we've decided that this is Tilme's house. So let's duplicate, and we will. This is easy. This is going to be above walls. This is going to be the marketplace, in German Marktplatz. Tavern, which in German is Taverne. This is the mill, Mühle. Oh, you mean like we should turn this around, which is a nice idea. So, AK Writer says, regarding the mill, have you considered that they might have figured out that water runs faster when the stream gets narrower? More force on the mill? Yes, sure. I mean, they're not idiots. Just I am. So what we can do is we can turn this around and go on edit mode. And we're adding to the water, which means we need to subtract from the water to make it narrower. Start from here, very tiny. And bigger. Okay, now need to add to the water. I'm sorry, I'm confusing myself here. I like that. It's still okay. And very good. Forming, yes. And we're going to decorate that island in a bit. But we wanted to add labels. So, what could this one be? Any ideas? It has no specific. It could be. If we're adding those here, well, I'm not sure how many weapons they have there to need a Zeughaus, an armory. What the heck is a Schüttkasten? That sounds like where you keep the little stones for putting them on the street if it's icy. I was thinking about something like a trade post, you know, where you can store your carriage and it basically like a warehouse. Oh, nice to know. So, a corn silo. Granary, also nice. What's the typical... That's basically the same thing, like, right? A granary and a Kornspeicher is where you store your corn, right? Okay, so besides the language barriers, you both have decided that this is the granary, which the German word for is Kornspeicher. Or Schüttkasten. I can almost picture Myri saying, "No, but you would never build that here." So we will probably redecorate all of that. So let's make this one a little bit bigger and put it here. Oh, no, we're going to put you here, so we can now call you the church. Probably, yeah. Maybe more like here, because this is going to be like the tower is on a hill, so maybe the granary would be more like here. We will leave that up to Myri, because she can then start and help me move all the details and do that. And I feel like, so this is the last one that we need to label. And this is the guard tower, in German Wachturm. And now we can go back to brushing, because we need to add a road there. And for that I will use... I always wanted to use it, I've never done it before. I believe almost never done it before. Stone. So Myri is, Myri Stritter is the lead moderator of Orkenspalter TV. She and Nico together are the brains behind Orkenspalter TV, a German stream and a German, well, big community of tabletop fans, and we're building an adventure together. That's why we're doing this map. So today I'm prepping the map, and next week on the German Orkenspalter TV stream, we will then take this map and start to dish out adventure details. So at the end, which means by summer probably, we will have a written adventure in German and as a PDF, a little bit like we did the Bring It On adventure. And oh, hi. Who? I just said I just said hi, by the way. I just said that I'm building the map of Manaka. Sorry, it's getting late. The Manaka map today. And we're discussing where those buildings are. And I said next week on our stream, you will have the opportunity to just shift buildings. Tell me where to put which. So, yes, I think she's not listening. Okay, so I will stop explaining. Okay, rocks, 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 rocks. I wanted to use a specific texture. I will have to find it first. There it is. Dark cobblestone. Scaling 200 is probably too big. Scaling 100, let's see how that looks. Make it bigger. Yes, exactly. Give that in Platz. And we're going to blend those in a second. For now, I will just. This is the marketplace, and a good marketplace needs well in the center. We're going to place that there in a second. Okay, it's going leading out of town here, and up here, and out of town here. So this is leading up to the tower, but I will leave that open. And now this is going to be a smaller one. You mean like fortifications, like walls or a palisade around that? AK Writer says, I'm assuming this town is set in your average TTRPG world. Thus there are a lot of monsters around. What's the town's answer to that? It's a good question. I would say it should have some palisades blocking monsters. Their main answer to that right now is, as far as I know, is the guards tower, where the players are placed to defend the town of any attack. But I feel like I wouldn't like to live in a town that's only relying on the guards tower that is the furthest away from the entry points for any monsters. So we're going to add some palisades in a second. Yes. So this town is mostly relying on farming. It's just not. If we have enough space, we could add at least, or we could hint that there is farming grounds here. But since we're mainly building the town center, we're also leaving open that there might be more buildings or smaller, how do you call them, condominiums out there. Okay, we should definitely do that. And now let's see if I increase the softness. Yes, that's better. And let's see if I can, because it's weirdly rotated, I feel. Let's see how it looks if I rotate it by 90 degrees. Better. Because we have a lot of pathways leading north and south. That looks better. So we could, let's see what happens if we could, no. Just a little bit. Okay. Save. I wanted to do several things. So first of all, there's no grass here. Definitely not. This is where people walk and people do stuff. So there's going to be like pressed dirt. We're going to do that in a second, but I wanted to add, oh well. Hi! Welcome everyone. That's a big one. And I do remember. So I don't want to have that one. It's a more, it's not, that's not the one I'm looking for. But I feel like it should be that size. And something's missing. I can't really name what's missing. I mean, we can put a bucket there somewhere. But it's going to be extremely small, because if you think about, this is a person. So if I put that person here, this is a gigantic well. So that one has to be smaller, actually. Otherwise it would be not believable. And okay. I need to, first of all, I need to move the cobblestone. Oh, this will take some time now with all the trees. I should have done the trees later. Scroll. Here, you should be here. Okay. And next is I'm going to do the cracked dried dirt. Ground, dirt. Let's see how it looks. Don't worry, it's going to overlap. Yeah, it should overlap the, but then I have to be a little bit more granular with the details. Alright, LD3D chat is still not working, but they are here. Well, nice to see you all. Hi. No, AK Writer, please, that's what we're doing. Like, I'm building the map, you're putting input. If I like the input, I'm using it. It's perfect. That's exactly what we're here for. So let me see. Just for here, for that one, let me see how that looks. It looks terrible. Well, but at 100% it looks good. I'm happy with that. Okay. Levant. So, okay, again, we will have to wait, I can sort it already, I believe. We will see that. Never done that before. Let's sort it down and then edit it. Maybe that words. Oh my god, I just remembered that I have a shortcut for sorting things down. Let's see. If I select the dirt and I press Shift and comma, it's sorted at top. If I select the dirt and press Shift and full stop, it's sorted at the bottom. And now I just have to do this. Oh, this will save so much time. I'm happy. Glad I remembered this. Okay, so go in Edit, and now make this smaller. Yeah, I remember that I was talking to Guy and I said, man, Guy, why are you not? So Guy's friend is from How to Be a Great GM. Hello. Stop it. Oh, please. And I said, why not using the shortcut? And he said, I can't remember the shortcut. And I was like, yeah, I can't remember it either. Let me just look it up for you. And there you go. I'm not using it myself. Oh, I think that was a little bit, stop it. That was a little bit too much. I need to reload my browser. So let me save the map. He has amazing tips. So if you don't know who Guy Sklendis is, How to Be a Great GM is at greatgamemaster.com is his website, and just type in YouTube How to Be a Great GM and you will find Game Master advice, a lot of funny stuff that he's doing, a lot of very interesting stuff that he's doing, and most of all, a lot of very helpful stuff. I can't tell you how often I've been watching his videos before one of my sessions, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a good one. I'm going to use that. Okay, so as you can see, when I'm trying to brush things, my brush is acting weird, which is an indication for I'm probably getting a... We've been working now for 2 hours, 1.5 hours, 2.5 hours, I can't remember. Time is flying. So I've saved my map. Always save your map. And now I will just reload, and we will see if my brush is coming back now. Okay, so let's go back in, click on edit. Yes, there you go. Is that Seth Kokowski? That's Runesmith, right? Yeah, maybe I'm mixing them up. I know I've heard Seth Kokowski quite a few times. So the name. Never had the opportunity to watch anything of what he's doing. But I got the recommendation quite often. And I actually, and probably I'm just mistaken, I was thinking that Seth Kokowski is the name behind Runesmith. But again, don't take this from me because I don't know. I was just probably remembering this not correctly. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of dirt here because this is where people walk up. A gallows. By the way, we need a gallows. I need to place a gallows somewhere. And also, I think people should be able to enter buildings. Oh no. Now I have to get rid of all my dirt. Undo. Let's make this like this. That's true, AK, right down. Leaving buildings in those times is completely overrated. No. I didn't want to zoom. I wanted to scroll. Now I want to zoom. So, how do I get there? I believe probably like that. Okay. True. Yeah, I feel like we all thought that the day the pandemic hits Earth, we're all like fighting against zombies, and not so much just fighting for toilet paper. And we have that one. Okay. 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 Okie doke. And oh yeah. No, they are small. They probably have just dirt paths. So let's go back to my dirt and let's edit that. So this is a lot of dirt here. And this should be something like this. Well, you know, Grey Matter GM, if you want to try it out, it's you can get a free account and just play around with it, see if you like it. Join us in our Welcome to the Madness streams on Thursdays and learn a little bit about how I'm doing it, how others are doing it. I'm always getting great advice here. So just familiarize yourself with the tools and see if you like them. And if you like them, you're very welcome in our community of DungeonFog map makers. Even if you don't like it, you're welcome. But you're more welcome if you like it. I've been using Photoshop for a long time before DungeonFog became a thing. But the main reason was that a lot of the things that I'm looking for are not provided in Photoshop. Like it's the reason we're doing DungeonFog is because we believe that we can make it a time saver compared to Photoshop, for example, or Affinity or GIMP. Okay, this has to be dirt. If you're wondering what's the noise behind me, that is my dog complaining because he wants to sleep and I do not shut up. Ooh, sorry, and now he farted. Yeah, more support for dogs, for the dungeon dog. Yeah, I feel we should do more with dirt around buildings. That is actually looking quite nice. Okay, so maybe there's a little bit dirt around that one, and there could be, yes, there could be a little connection to here. And oh, stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Okay. You're asking why it is called DungeonFog. Well, okay, so the main story behind why the whole thing came to life in the first place was because I was doing my maps in Photoshop for my office games, and I was always starting too late, and I really hated it in Photoshop because the way I wanted to show my maps to my players was not through a VTT. Like back then it was Roll20 and Fantasy Grounds were the only two VTTs out there, and doing like uncovering the rooms with Roll20 wasn't really working quite well back then, and Fantasy Grounds I actually have very little experience with. So I said I would like to have a little tool with Fog of War that helps me to uncover specific rooms. And as you might hear in the name, it was all about doing dungeons with a Fog of War, hence DungeonFog. Yeah, that's the story behind DungeonFog, the name in a nutshell. Okay, right. I need to add dirt around that one. And we could make... No, we will, instead of that, we will make... something like that. That looks nice. Save. Let's look at the whole picture, because it's getting quite late here in Austria. That's a great question. Blue Sky Blackbird says, is there a way to give textures a more random appearance? The stone pavement looks very repeating to me. And the answer to this is, right now you have to do this manually. I can show you a few tricks. We will do it in a second. But we have that on our roadmap for this year. And we're currently looking at two options how we could do this. Either by using a way to dynamically generate textures, so mix and match textures into one. And the other one is, because I'm using this trick, I'm already using this trick in most of my dungeons, is to use something like a noise shader to automatically add, when you draw something, to automatically add a second layer with a different texture and different scaling to it. So we're looking at concepts. We haven't decided yet how to do this, but this is something we want to tackle this year. My dog just figured out where the chocolate is hidden. So what I usually do to create more imperfect textures is, let me go back into 100%. Is if I want to make it a little less repetitive here, is I go in and I create a new brush. Let's pick that one up first. I create a new brush and I change the scaling probably to 200%. And now I can and we will adjust that in a second. Because 200% looks a little bit too big. So increase the softness to maximum. Decrease the opacity to just where it works better. And then the scaling probably can only be something like 150. So now we already have that. We could... Come on, let me select you. Where is it? Dark cobblestone. There it is. We could try with a different rotation. No, this looks... Well... This actually blends quite nicely. But it's still scaled too much. $120. Oh no. Please accept my scaling mistake. Thank you. Okay, so now we have some imperfections in there. And again, mixing and matching different textures with that is... Yes, those are some big pavements. Like, look at the person. I'm not convinced that my... Yeah, probably we will have to revisit it and rescale things a little bit. If that is really human size, we will see. Okay, scale to fit. Let me just have a look at it. So I feel like what's still missing is a lot of details, like haystacks and probably some more market carts and barrels, things like that, to really make this a living and breathing place. I'm not going to do this tonight because again it's past 11 here, and the dog needs more attention, or at least wants to get out. So we're going to end this tonight. Thank you very much, as always, for attending and for helping me and for all your good feedback and input. Just curious, sorry, you just Looney Bob, you just signed on and you had a question. Just curious. Yes, you can. So the thing is, you could vary the cobblestone thingies with different layers and change the opacity. The trick is to use the right texture to really kind of work out the details and to combine them. There are textures that work really good in combination. If you've been watching one of my, or if you've been watching the mapping it outs that I did before, the Welcome to the Mapness streams that I did before, especially for floors, for room floors, there are some great combinations. It's my first outdoor map, and I might be even at a point where I say, this texture does not work, and I'm going to change it later with another texture that fits better. Yes, Finn, I love you. My dog is complaining a lot. And Looney, what you're talking about a little bit is something like a bump map. That was one of the concepts that we had in mind for textures, for the advanced textures. So I will pet the dog. Come on, Finn. Say hi to the crowd. Adios. So this is Finn. And Finn is like, it's past bedtime. Why are you still talking? Shut up and go to bed so I can sleep. So yeah. I feel I'm pretty impressed. Again, it was the first map that I did as a towns map. And it went quite well. I wasn't sure if it ever going to look like something. But as always, the more time you put into the details, the more you start dishing things out. So probably adding grass and little rocks and things like that. It's getting better and better. AK Rider, if you have the time, join us in next Thursday at 3 p.m. with Orkenspalter TV, because elevations is exactly what I'm going to do for the guard tower. We have some props there, and there are some clever tricks how to combine them with brushes, and we're going to make that probably either on the Orkenspalter stream, we will see, or in the mapping it out, saying it again, in the Welcome to the Madness afterwards. So for announcements, let me just quickly check. First of all, if you know Keora, then I would highly recommend, if you don't know Keora, even then I would highly recommend to go to keora.com and check him out. He's the artist behind Deus. He's doing all the artworks for Deus, and he has released his token horde, which is a vast collection of tokens that is available for free. And he has also created, and I feel like I could have used that today, a new NPC pack that's called Humans, with many beautiful human NPCs that are available for his Patreons. So there is my little call out to shout out to Kiora tonight. Go and check him out. For us, we're going to see each other next week, Tuesday, at 7 p.m. UTC, because then we will be having our monthly mapping it out for days, where we will look at the latest days build, the progress, and most importantly, we will look at a release date for the new days build for all of you. The AK Writer is asking, will the stream with Orkenspalter TV be in English or German? No, with Orkenspalter TV we're doing it in German. The Welcome to the Mapness streams then mostly afterwards will be then back in English. Right, that's it, guys. For all of you Europeans, have a good night. For everyone else, have a good day. And wish me luck. Tomorrow I have another office game, and I will have to probably kill one. So we will see. Have a good one. As always, happy map making. Bye.